act must be signed and witnessed by police officers. Show me one where the police have signed similar to mine, where there were 3 signatures of police officers. 2, a summons must be served in person to the person it is targeted. Show me a summons that has been served to Dr. Fred Matiang'I and he has put a signature there, or his advocate has put a signature there, or his wife has put a signature there, or his worker has put a signature there. The lawyers will deal with that. Let me simply put it that the media were cheated. It was politics to depict the CS as somebody not ready to comply, that he has defied the summons of the DCI. Show me that summons. This politics must stop. So today, the CS is being looked at fabricating or propagating false information. The DCI, the new DCI, and you can see the new DCI, his mode of operation. A complete departure that proves completely somebody incompetent, somebody who doesn't know how the law is to be applied in service of summons. So, my client, when he will be served within the law, he will be the first one to appear before any investigative agency in this country. So any narrative to show Dr. Matiang'I as somebody who is not ready to comply with the police is politics, is hot air from the DCI, and that is why we have put it to the attention of the whole country that show us where the service is and show us a summons that has been signed. If the police can be, I think that was generated at River. It can't be the DCI, because the DCI must sign summons. My good 2 lawyers will lay the basis of the National Police Service Act, Section 52, where that summons is anchored. Also, Section 9, the Criminal Procedure Code, where the procedure should be followed.
So the law on summons is so clear. In the Criminal Procedure Code, there are several sections, sections 90, sections 92, and sections 144. In the criminal process, those are among the guiding principles or guiding sections that ought to inform the manner, the service, and the form and content of summons. In civil practice, the order, civil procedure rules have extensive discussions on how summons ought to be served, who is to be served. If it's a corporate, how is the corporate to be served? In essence, summons ought to be served in person. Summons, the essence of a summon, the reasons why summons are issued, they can be issued by an investigating office or a department, or even summons can be issued by the court. The essence of summons is to ensure that the person so addressed can appear before the court or before the investigating agency. The National Police Service is allowed by National Police Service Act, Section 52. It can summon anyone to appear before it for investigating purposes. But that does not defeat the procedure, the substantive and the formal procedural provisions as to how summons are to be drafted and how they are to be served. To this extent, we have not seen a summons served upon our client. The default to honor summons, the court can issue warrants of arrest, or they can even issue a proclamation. There are so many avenues by which the court can address disobedience with summons. What we are telling the world is To this extent, we've not received any summons, neither has our client informed us of having received any summons. So to the extent the criminal procedure, we have not seen any procedure followed. We cannot preempt investigation being done by the relevant and appropriate bodies. The court indeed pointed as such. The reasons why we in court, we are asking the procedures to be followed. We are not in any way faulting or overlooking or overstepping their mandate. Investigation has to be done. Summons are to be served upon the individuals so intended in the right way. So to this extent, we are waiting to see any that conforms to the criminal or even to the extent of the civil procedures with the reference to summons and service. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, we take summons to be very serious tools of investigations. First, because summons actually metamorphosize into what is called warrants of arrest. And if you're not careful, lack of respect of summons issued by investigative agency can actually form a basis on which the court, when you're presented before it, can deny you cash bail or even bond, regardless of whether it is a right or not. So what we are saying in summary is that even after taking these summons to be a very serious thing, our client is yet to receive any summons. We are not aware of any summons that have been issued thus far. That is number one. And secondly, if at all any summons have been issued, then we do not have that knowledge. And then again, they have not conformed to the known norms or guidelines that have been set in law. Remember that investigations are also administrative in nature, and administrative law has been codified in our current constitutional dispensation. So much so that any person who is under investigation must be accorded what is called fair administrative action. This action must be reasonable, it must be justifiable, and it must sit well within the four confines of the law. So to that extent, well, we have seen that the current DCI has developed a unique modus operandi, a unique way of doing things that is unknown to the face of the law. But this is what we will want to say in summary or in closing, that the office of the DCI is a creature of the law. The appointment of Mr. Mohamed Amin as the DCI was done as the law so requires. So it is our expectation that everything that he will do so as and in accordance with the law. If he continues failing to respect and obey the law or obeying the law, then we will be forced to use the very mechanisms that have set him in that office to have him removed from that office. We are not going to mince our words. We are going to ensure that all of us respect the rule of law. The law anticipates that all of us, regardless of how mighty we are, regardless of how high in the command of the police ranks or whichever ranks we are subordinate to the law. We all bow to the sovereignty of the law, and we will be encouraging him. But moving forward, it is high time that he respects the law. He leads his juniors in obeying what we call the rule of law. Thank you for now. Asante.